So, all right, so we're talking about restringing the guitar, right? And so getting the right amount of winds. And the way to do that is obviously to get it to the next machine head. But what happens when you are doing your D string and there's no next machine head to go to? Well, it's pretty obvious, really. You just use the end of the headstock because it's going to be equidistant all the way down, because that's the way that they're manufactured, right? They want it to be evenly spaced. So when you get to the end, or when you do your D and G strings, just grab the end of it and just bend it over the end of the headstock, and again you'll get exactly the right amount of slack on the string. I know it seems odd talking about this because it seems just so kind of obvious. I mean, the other thing actually I would say is that a lot of people use a plastic winder on their machine heads. You've got opposable thumbs and wrist muscles. I don't go in for that using a gadget for the sake of using a gadget thing. Just get faster at it. Anyway, so other than doing that, at this end, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see where the strings have worn down the bridge. This is a plastic bridge, just a hard plastic composite bridge, which has a strip pickup sitting beneath it. So this actually just lifts out, and beneath it is the actual pickup. So what you can do is you can take it out and you can file it down just by tiny increments. And the reason that I often do that when I'm changing strings, this has been filed down on one side, but you can see that it's starting to get ridges again. And what happens here is that when you're playing, the strings actually go, sort of whittle it away to a sharp edge. And essentially what happens is it means that over time, it gets sharper and sharper and sharper until your strings are sitting on essentially a knife edge, which is why when you snap strings, they invariably snap at the bridge. But actually that's a really good, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's annoying that it snaps your strings, but it means that where they snap is always consistent, so you can develop things to stop it happening, or when it does, you can rely on it to fix your strings rather than change them, which is what I'm going to get to in the next tutorial. But for now, the main thing is really just about maintaining the bridge, keeping it filed so it doesn't get too sharp, using the machine head distance to give you the right amount of slack, to give you the right amount of winds on your machine heads when you restring. And when we come back, I'll show you what I'm going to do with these and why I'm going to do it. So yeah, see you in a minute.